Shelly Johnson is in the house. Shelly, I'm thrilled to see you. I was telling everybody that Allison's dad lives actually he's in South Carolina, but I say he's in Charlotte because he's right there on the edge. And
it's the same thing.
That you became his surrogate daughter and have kind of moved into the family. We just love you. Shelly Johnson, everybody from Charlotte, North Carolina. Shelly, you joined the company a couple years back. Tell me about where you were and what it was like for you to why you moved, for one thing. That would be good, and we'll start there.
I was with KW. I have a business partner, Craig LePage. We have a team called LePage Johnson Realty Group in Charlotte. And we were a large team in our office, and we were kind of thinking, what's next for our agents? There really wasn't anywhere else for us to grow within the company we were with. There was a great company, just wasn't a great place for us to go. There was no place for us to go except to open our own boutique. So Craig and I had talked to Craig several months prior and said, you know what, we need to find something for our agents, because I remember 2008 and 2009 very well. I moved markets during that time from Maryland to Charlotte. And so it was starting over in a new market in a recession. It was interesting. So with that memory locked into my brain, I was thinking, we need something for our agents. We need to find some way to be able to give them more than what we're able to give where we were. So we were looking at doing a boutique. And I talked to a really good friend of mine, Meg Watson, whose family owned boutiques. They owned Remaxes. They owned a lot of companies, and her and I have a lot of mutual respect for each other. And she was like, Shelly, don't do it. She's like, you're going to wear so many hats. You're just going to you already work so hard. You're just asking for more work, and you're really not going to benefit any more doing that. And I thought, well, darn, it was perfect timing. I tell you, God has a way of making perfect timing, because she said that to me and it got to resonate in me for a couple weeks. And then all of a sudden, EXP was put in our lap, and I was like, I don't really want to join another firm. I'm kind of over the firms. I mean, we've been there, done that. There really isn't, what can they do? Change the splits a little bit, office a couple more tools, give us a bigger office. We can do that ourselves. And so I was really pondering what we were going to do. And EXP was put in front of us by, funny enough, by AJ Maida, who we had brought into KW. He was a new agent, and his office sat right next to ours. And he had loved to go to EXP, and he's the one that brought it to us and said, you guys need to look at this. And he got Brent Gove on the phone. So if I can stress anything more is always rely on the people who helped you understand the company, because AJ didn't try to explain a thing to us. He showed us the video. I think you all just watched a video. Mm-hmm. He showed us that video. And then he said, let me connect you to Brent. And we got on the phone with Brent, and Brent had us flying out to California on 4 days notice. So, which I remember I wasn't interested in another company. I was like, I'm not interested. I really was trying to not be. And I remember talking to Brent on the phone, FaceTiming with him, and FaceTime's always better because people can see your intentions and who you are. And he said, you guys, I'd rather than me explain all this to you on the phone. I know you've watched the webinar. Why don't you fly to our annual shareholders meeting, which I heard, Claudia, I just heard you say you were attending that last week. Well, I attended it live, and it was in Coronado Island. It wasn't a bad place to go, but I live on the East Coast, so it's kind of a trek, especially on 4 days notice in May when we have so much going on. So we went out there. We met Gene Frederick and Rob Flick and Glenn Sanford and so many amazing people. And Jason Gessling, we sat down and we looked at what this would mean for our business, and it was a no-brainer. I was like, this is what we've been looking for our agents and our team and ourselves. And that's been 2.5 years, and it's been incredible.
Well, you're a shining example. One of the things that's interesting is a lot of people see our company, and if they're going to get cued in a wrong direction, they're going to go, I'm not a recruiter. So, I'm not a recruiter. I don't know that you were a recruiter. I mean, I don't really know the story, but I mean, talk about that, because you're a witness and your group now, and let's talk about that too. So I'll have you talk about those two things. Are you a recruiter, and then how big is your group today?
So I'm not a recruiter. I'm a cold-hearted realtor. I mean, I'm a warm-hearted love. I don't know, whatever the word is, the right word is for that. That's just who I am. I'm a realtor. I love my clients and love people and want to do great things for people. So I was an agent, a realtor. We had built a team. Probably if we'd had Don Hobbs's help, that would have been amazing because we probably would have done an even better job. But we had a great team. We loved them. And I just thought, you know what, if this company could provide us a little bit of residual income on the side, it may offset some of our expenses. And I thought, we'll get some of that from our team. And maybe an agent or two might like to join us and see the opportunity too. And it could take a while. Who cares? You know, I was going to get stock and I'm like, that's cool because I never had that before. And then if we attract an agent here or there, we're in the plus. That's how I saw it. So exactly what happened. We came back and people were like, what did they do? I can't believe they moved to this company, you know, and people were just asking tons of questions about it. And it just grew into this incredible, I can't even believe it, opportunity that, I mean, I never had before. And now the funny thing is, yes, we make really good passive income. Yes, we've grown a great organization, but I get to run with champions like Don Hobbs and Allison Gaddy and Brent Gove and, you know, and people that really can drive your business. So my business flourished. I mean, we doubled our volume in less than 2 years at EXP. So we went from a $42 million producing team to an $85 million producing team. And this year will be over 100 million in production. And at the same time, my little team of 9 is now 1,421 agents. My market center we were in was 250 agents, never had an opportunity. They said, Shelly, Craig, come by. We're going to give you an opportunity to have percentage of your market center. We really value you. Can you give us $75,000 and we'll give you 5% market share?
Seriously.
6 years of return to get that money back.
Well, I joined. You're really happy you don't own it right now. I can promise you that.
I'm so happy. I mean, I look at it, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, that's just a bad decision. And I'm like, I feel flattered. You know, it's flattering. I mean, they do flattering. That was flattering. They want us to be part of their group, but really all that was just a hook to hold us in. And I'm so happy that we have something that's ours, like it's our brand. It's LePage Johnson Realty. We do an amazing job for our clients. And now we get to share with so many other agents and empower so many other agents to be great. And we learn from great people. And I'm just proud to be a part of the company. And when Don asked me to join you all, I was like, oh yeah, I'll jump on. Just because, I mean, it's fun. We love to help. We love to share with each other.
Yeah, thank you, Shelly. Well, I appreciate everything that you do for this organization. You and Craig are just model citizens, and you guys have really done a great job. I love the part that you talked about where you've actually, you know, doubled your business. I had posted, I don't know if you saw that, I gave you a little mini intro on text, and I said something about Shelly Johnson, about $100 million business. And I actually thought you had, but you said you're going to hit it this year. So I'm really glad I wasn't totally out to lunch and lying through my teeth. But you went from a 40 million to an 80 million. I mean, that's not a bad thing, right? That's like,
we hit 85. Yeah.
That's been 2 years, right? So that was 2 years ago for the shareholders meeting.
2 years ago, well, 3 years. We'll have joined. We'll be officially 3 years with EXP in this summer in August. So 2.5 years we've done that. I mean, that's just incredible to me that, and anybody, this is the point. It's like, I'm not special. Anybody can sell a lot of houses. It's just systems. It's the same thing with agent attraction. If you plug in and you just put the effort and good energy, you're going to do great with that. You're going to do great with selling homes. And, you know, and we have each other to support each other now. And it's a lot of fun.
Shelly, you talked about, you know, you just wondered if a couple agents would join you and it would help offset some expenses. I mean, clearly that's not what's happened. Were you apprehensive about being able to recruit? Was it time to recruit? What was the problem? What was the concern as you saw it moving into this?
Well, you have to remember when they invited me to the shareholders, I was just like, first of all, I wasn't thinking about another company at the time. So when I flew out there, I literally called my husband. My husband's like my rock. He always helps me with decisions. And I called him that night in the hotel room and I said, I don't know if I made a good decision flying all the way out here. I'm like, I'm so busy right now with work. I don't have the time. And he's like, Shelly, He's like, you always learn something, you always meet great people, and it will turn into something. I don't know what yet for you, but it's going to turn into something great. And he says, have an open mind. So the next day I walked in with an open mind. And as I met people and heard what was happening, and I looked around me and I saw the support you would get, I was like, well, with this kind of support, maybe I could attract some agents. But when Gene Frederick was on stage, he looked at us and he said, I was a CFO. I've done all the homework for you. You don't need to do any of the homework. I looked at this man, he took all this risk. I mean, he got rid of his region. He got rid of his franchises. I mean, if you're not KW, if you've never been there, that is like gold. Like nobody does. That's like being the king of England. You don't let go of the crown. You know, and he was like, not only did he have the crown, but he had the shiniest one. He had the best market centers and the best territory. And he was like, you know what? I'm taking this off and I'm gonna put it over here because I see that there's something bigger. And I'm so grateful to him in so many ways, but for him to have the vision for this, because him doing that made me feel like, well, I'm only a team of like 9 agents. And if he can take that risk, why can't I take that risk? Or if I was an individual agent, I'd feel like, I'm like, what do I have to lose? So then he was on stage and he talked about reach out to 10 people. Reach out to 10 people before you leave here. And I started writing down my names and I'm passing some to Craig, and I'm a very good, I do what people tell me to do. So I took my names, I wrote them down, and then I passed some to Craig and I said, you're closer to them. Could you call this couple? Could you text them? Let's get some conversations. And I didn't really understand the impact that was going to have, because back then the company was 2,300 agents. And when we did that, people were like, oh, it's interesting, you know, and we started some conversations, and every single person we did that with, they came over eventually. They're with us now. They're part of our group. And I remember thinking in the audience, I thought, well, who am I to like this person that I would tell them about this company? And then I remember Brent got on stage and he said, who are you not to tell people about this company? You know, why would you not share this? And I remember coming back and we were focused on our team and getting ourselves moved properly. And we had some great people already wanting to join us. I'm like, how do I manage all this? So it's interesting what happened. And I know that the company was smaller then, but we were EXP Who back then. People thought we were a joke. It was an over-the-counter stock. It was 2,300 agents. I mean, our local Charlotte smallest independent company was over 2,300 agents. So we're a national company at 2,300 agents. And everybody was just like, oh, whatever. And, you know, like a lot of the bigger, like the owners and operating principals of these franchises were not really that worried, but agents were interested. They wanted to know what it was. And the reason I share that with you now is because now the EXP people know who it is. And now it's validated. So people are less afraid to maybe listen or hear the story of what EXP is. And the truth of the matter is, like, right now is like the perfect time, because you've got 29,000 agents now. Awesome. We're real. We're on NASDAQ. And here's the opportunity is like, we're going to go to 400 to 1 million agents. I mean, you guys are like in the perfect spot. So I'm excited for people right now that have this opportunity sitting in front of them.
Yeah, it's really a big deal. And I was thinking when you said that, because I forget what the growth has been. 2,300 agents when you joined, that was 3 years ago. 2,300 agents, 29,000 agents 3 years ago.
46,000 agents have joined since we joined. Yeah, 27,000.
Crazy. I mean, talk about, I've said it's the fastest growing real estate company in the history of the world. And I've been there when Century 21 was small and Remax was small and Keller Williams was tiny. I was the first speaker for the first convention when there was 350 agents in the whole Keller Williams company, right? Right. And I've watched these mammoth companies grow, and I'm telling you, nothing has ever resembled this. Shelly, you know, we've got people that have, there's some people that have just joined us here, and there's also people that have, that are just guests and visiting. Okay, nice. Any parting shots, any, you know, like one word of wisdom that you would leave them with if they were your best friends and you really wanted them to hear it? I would do it. I would tell them the same thing I told my friend Meg Watson, who told me not to join that, not to create my own boutique. I came back and I shared this company with her, and I would tell her right now, play big. Don't play small. Do this for your family. Do it for yourselves. Your real estate business is going to grow. And if you're on this call and you haven't started doing agent attraction, but you're part of this company, right now, write down your 10 people
and text them today, because I promise you it will change your life tomorrow. I mean, just do it, Don. I mean, it's, I don't know how to say that anymore. I'm telling you, it's just about, and then get them on a call with Don or me, or who, I'll help you guys, whatever you need. Like, but he's amazing. So whoever, but just like get them on the phone with somebody you feel like they could connect with, and they're your people. That's your organization that you're going to grow. And now you have ownership of something that is 100% yours.
Well, I asked you for your parting shot, and I'm going to keep you on the line while I kind of touch on something you just said, and that is the collaboration and the cooperation, the way that people play together in this company. I've never seen it before. Never seen it. Everybody is so protective. I don't want to do a program or a seminar in my own hometown because I don't want to tell them my secrets. I don't want to share anything. We've got, Shelly, when we have trainings and we do them, you know, Claudia, you sat in last week, you know, we're not getting the best person in your office. We're not getting the best person in Austin, Texas, or Charlotte. We're getting like the best person to teach that in the country, right? Out of 29,000 agents. And of course, that number is going to be 50,000, 70,000, 150,000, 200,000. They're going to keep teaching the best stuff that's available. And when you got the brightest minds and the biggest hearts, I mean, the biggest hearts for giving, it is shocking to see what can happen when people come together and it's our company. And you're just a great example and a perfect model for us. And I loved it when you said, use me. It's like, you know, I can't even believe you'd say that to people that you have no idea.
I mean, I've helped so many, I love, and you do the same thing, Don. It's like, you're saying that, but you're the same way. It's just that we all, it's fun. Like I love it when an agent calls me and says, I just got $1,500 direct deposited in my account. I'm like, do you know that? And the person tells me, did you know that I didn't have an exit plan? And I'm almost 70 years old. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is it.
Well, I thank you for gracing us with your time today. I really appreciate you so much. Alice and I just adore you, love you to death, and we can't believe we get to do business with you, and that you're now part of the family. So, and tell your husband that now that coronavirus is done,
fly fishing.
We're going to be fly fishing, and of course, I also think you might be moving to
Puerto Rico.
Shelly, thank you, my dear. You can stick around or not, but I appreciate you being here.
It was so nice meeting you guys. Thanks for having me today. And if, like, I promise you need me, you just text me, whatever. I will get on a call with you and we'll do it. I will tell you this, there's some power in having someone outside of your line actually talk to somebody, because when you say, hey, well, Shelly, would you do this call with me? That you can say to this person, I'm like, I have no financial, there's no benefit to me really other than our company grows, which is awesome. But if you do that, it gives the person go, wow, it just shows you how different we really are.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And if we can do that, can you see the chat box? Can you put your number in there?
I absolutely will. And
that's like rock star stuff. How about giving her a big, like, yeah, see, it's quiet. It's a silent clap, but it's nonetheless a clap.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.